Bulletin. Welcome to the MB Hot Seat. This is Manila Bulletin's forum where editors and content producers face important personalities that grace our newspaper and online platforms. They are decision makers, leaders, innovators, and in a segment today, a commissioner of an important government agency. For this episode, my fellow panelists joining me are Mr. Aaron Rucuenco, Cluster Head and Content Producer of the Manila Bulletin assigned at the Bureau of Customs. Ms. Bernie Magkilat, Assistant Business Editor of the Manila Bulletin, and Mr. Chino Leco, reporter and content producer from the business section of the Manila Bulletin. Our guest for today is Mr. Yogi Ruiz, Commissioner of the Bureau of Customs, or BOC. He formally assumed his post as the head of BOC last July. Before his designation as Customs Chief, Mr. Ruiz was the head of Enforcement and Security Service, or ESS, of the agency for almost 5 years. As ESS Director, he spearheaded several enforcement projects and handled operations which contributed to the intensified anti-smuggling campaign of BOC. Mr. Ruiz also served the drug... Sorry, can we... Saan ako mag-ulit?
Saan tayong pick up?
As ESS?
Sige po.
As ESS Director, he spearheaded several enforcement projects and handled operations which contributed to the intensified anti-smuggling campaign of the BOC. Mr. Ruiz also served the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, or PDEA, as Regional Director for 7 years. As he leads this very critical and sometimes controversial agency, we want to hear directly from Mr. Yogi Ruiz, his stand on various issues and his plans for BOC, especially in the aspects of digitalization, anti-corruption drive, and revenue generation. Welcome to the MB Hot Seat, Commissioner Ruiz.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jane. Thank you for having me.
Before we start with the questions, may we invite Mr. Ruiz to share a few words to our audience.
Thank you so much again for inviting me to this interview and for giving me the chance to share my aspirations and the direction where the Bureau of Customs wants to go in the coming years. So, a brief background, I joined government service in 2006. I joined PDEA. I'm a member of the first batch of PDEA Academy graduates. I'm a member of PDEA Academy Class Unang Sinag. And I graduated my bachelor's degree in the University of the Visayas, also my master's degree. I am now ongoing my dissertation in the same college. But right now, with the hectic schedule that I have in the Bureau of Customs, I am hoping that I can finish it in this coming 2023. More or less, thank you so much, Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Very, very hectic schedule indeed. Thank you for gracing us and joining us today. So may we now invite Mr. Chino to ask more questions?
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sir Chino.
I cover the DUFP, and you've been the Commissioner of Customs since July. And we know the economic environment this time after the pandemic is very unfavorable. Pero how is the BOC performing amid all this economic situation that we're having now?
Yes, sir. With the primary directive of the President to the Bureau of Customs, his number one directive is to stop drug smuggling, stop agricultural smuggling, and to implement digitalization efforts, the digitalization campaign in the Bureau of Customs. And with that, we also have improved our revenue collection efforts. Right now, the Bureau of Customs, we are at 758 billion, or more or less 18% surplus from our target for the same period. So I could say with the improvements, with the initiatives that we are implementing at the Bureau of Customs, it has redounded to more improved collection performance.
And part of this, the most critical pillars of your agency is the 17 collection districts. Kamusta sir ang performance nila? Did they meet their targets as of now?
Yes, I am proud to say, as of November 11, all collection districts have already achieved their annual target. So that is for the whole year of 2022. And from November 12 onwards, we are already collecting surplus. And this will redound to more funds for the government, which the President can use for his projects. And which we do believe, with this collection performance, we will have another record high collection for this year.
So, Commissioner Ruiz, the next set of questions will be provided by Sir Aaron. So now may we invite Ms. Bernie to ask her questions.
Sir, congratulations on your
Thank you so much.
impressive performance. Could you share with us the top commodities that are contributing to this performance?
Yes, ma'am. Based on our data in the Bureau of Customs, top commodities are oil, we have motor vehicles, foodstuffs, we have iron and steel, we have fifth among the commodities being imported are coal. So these are the commodities driving the revenue collection effort of the Bureau of Customs.
Thank you, sir. The other question is, this administration of President Marcos is really big on digitalization and he is really pushing hard for this one. May we also know what is the progress of the digitalization of the BOC, considering the BOC is a big contributor to our revenue? Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am, regarding that, we have embarked right now, we have the Customs Modernization Program. With this is a multi-year project where the Bureau of Customs will go to fully digitalized process. But there are certain processes right now that we have already done digital. Out of 155 processes in the Bureau of Customs, 115 of those have already been digitalized. So the remaining processes, these are the ones that more or less involve capital outlay on procurement of equipment, additional equipment, and additional, we can call it processes that the Bureau of Customs must have in order for us to be at par with our counterparts especially in ASEAN region.
Thank you. So the next set of questions will be provided by Sir Aaron.
Hello, sir. Good morning and welcome to the Manila Bulletin, sir.
Thank you so much.
I understand that based on the initiative of the BOC, there's this decision to send yung mga balikbayan boxes to the OFWs. And I understand this was warmly welcomed by our OFWs. So may we know, sir, or any update on these projects of the BOC?
Thank you so much for that, sir. As of November 21, the Bureau of Customs, we have already distributed 917 boxes. We have only around 237 boxes left. That is under the Kabayan Island Express. And under the All-Wing Balikbayan Cargo, we have more or less distributed 1,930 boxes. It is sad to say that there still are 2,400 boxes left for distribution. But we endeavor in the Bureau of Customs, we have set a time deadline for us that we must distribute these boxes before December. Kasi sir, I feel so much for our OFWs. As let me tell you a story. I used to be an OFW. That was in year 1995. So these boxes do not get filled in just in a one occasion. What we do, we purchase a box in the post office. We fill it slowly, week by week. We go to pumupunta po kami sa mga mga sales. We go to the malls looking for discount sales. And then dahan-dahan namin pinupuno yan. And then it is a labor of love. And then here comes these businesses that are engaging in consolidation of boxes. Supposed to be, they send it to the Philippines together with the payment. But they do not send the payment to their partner, the consolidators here in the Philippines. So that entails these deconsolidators not being able to pay the required customs duties and taxes. Ang nangyayari, na-abandon. And who will suffer? Yung mga kababayan natin. So that's why I very much feel, kasi ang hirap buuhin yan. It takes months. And then you have family members nandito sa Pilipinas, very much yun ang inaantay. And I don't know why it has, the Bureau of Customs right now, we are finding ways para makasuhan namin itong mga businesses that are doing these bad practices. Kakasuhan talaga namin.
Thank you, sir, for your update, sir. And now we understand the reason behind that decision that wala kayong OFW. And for the next question, sir, I think most of our kababayan would want to ask you also this question, because over the years, there's this negative perception against customs, and siguro you're aware of it, na there's this, the allegation of corruption has already been kumbaga tag na ng BOC. So under your leadership, sir, how are you going to address this problem or address this negative perception?
Sir Ricardo, thank you so much for that question, sir. We really need to deliver our message regarding that. The anti-corruption efforts of the Bureau of Customs does not entail only one or two activities. It is a set of activities that the Bureau of Customs, more or less right now, are already starting to implement. My predecessor, Commissioner Guerrero, has laid the groundwork for the no contact policy, and that is what we are improving right now. We have eliminated the face-to-face interaction between the broker and the customs employee. So what we have set up in every collection district, we have set up we call it customer care center. These customer care centers, they receive all documents related to whatever the importers want to transact with the Bureau of Customs. And with that, these customer care centers, these are manned by customs employees na we have trained regarding customer relations, customer interactions. So we try as much as possible to address their concerns right there and then. And with that, we have removed that practice wherein the brokers go to each office. Bawal nang pumasok ngayon sa Bureau of Customs anyone that has no legitimate concern with the Bureau of Customs. So hanggang doon lang sila sa customer care centers natin. And with that, our digitalization also. We have implemented measures right now wherein money, the cash that the importers are paying to the Bureau of Customs are digital. It is deducted directly from the importer's bank account. It goes directly to the National Treasury. So we have removed more or less certain processes where there will be room for corruption. And we also have implemented our document tracking system. With this, you can track all your documents online. You do not need to go to the Bureau of Customs to check what is the status of your document. And with these measures, dahan-dahan natin itong i-implement. Some may resist, but this everything is being done towards the betterment of the Bureau. And with this, if we can fully implement this, we remove corruption.
And another question, sir, no? As they say, it takes two to tango daw in corruption. You know? So, and sometimes, with this negative perception against DOC personnel, there's this perception also that somehow the stakeholders are also emboldened to do a thing on their own. You know? So, under your leadership, sir, again, what are the efforts that you're now doing to ensure that these stakeholders are also complying with customs laws, rules, and regulations?
So we are actively investigating our personnel that have been reported to be violating the rules and regulations set forth by the Bureau. With this, we have issued 77 show cause orders to this personnel, and the importers that have violated also the policies of the Bureau, we immediately suspend their accreditation. With that suspension, their right to import, or we call it their accreditation as an importer, will be cut off immediately, and hopefully it can serve as a deterrent to these individuals or these groups that are trying and that want to commit these illegal activities. And we have accredited importers, the brokers, and every violation that we have, we investigate thoroughly, and wala kaming pinapalagpas na mga nagkakamali. Pagpasensyahan nyo lang, there are times that the investigation will be medyo nag-take time, but that is part of the process. We must conduct a fair, transparent, and thorough investigation for us to really remove these bad apples in our ranks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Aaron. We have a few more questions from Sir Chino.
Hi, Commissioner. Another issue hounding the agency is smuggling, and particularly the agricultural products. So may I know, sir, what's the total of these agricultural products under your leadership?
Thank you so much for the question, Sir Chino. When I assumed office, the Bureau of Customs has successfully conducted 96 operations against agricultural products, which have an estimated value of 1 billion pesos, 1.09 billion pesos, and that is a substantial amount. If these smugglers are really want to, the question is, why go into smuggling? Why not process it the legal way? We are making it hard for them, and the activities that we are doing right now to seize their smuggled products should serve as a deterrent again to these other individuals that want to engage in this unlawful activity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Chino. So before we conclude the hot seat, may we know as well what initiatives the BOC have in place to provide a positive social impact?
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jean. The Bureau of Customs right now, we are more or less there are a series of initiatives that we are undergoing, we are doing. We have our Customs Social Responsibility Program, where we enjoin the Bureau of Customs to interact with the community. And we have adopted certain barangays that the Bureau of Customs provide more or less assistance that we do think that can provide a positive impact to that community. And aside from that, we have also planned more or less a series of activities like our medical consultations, we have vaccination programs, we have blood donation drives. We have already conducted this, and we are also doing this continually.
Thank you, sir. We have one more question from Sir Aaron.
Sir, before I ask this question, first, I'd like to congratulate yung DOC because we were told that the DOC was among the agencies that conducted a raid that resulted in the confiscation of, I think, almost 150 million of shabuin, alabang Muntinlupa. So, may we know, sir, since you assumed the leadership of DOC, how many, is there a total number or total amount of illegal drugs versus under your leadership, sir?
Thank you so much, sir. Before I answer your question, sir, that raid that the Bureau of Customs conducted together with the PDEA, the PNP, with the NICA, that was against a kitchen-type laboratory. They were producing drugs right there in their kitchen, and that goes to show wala nang importation. They are afraid to import right now because we are serious in our campaign against drugs. They were producing drugs using locally sourced chemicals, and that is a positive development for us. That goes to show nahihirapan sila mag-import because of the series of initiatives that the Bureau of Customs is doing right now. And when I assumed leadership of the Bureau, we conducted more or less 20 seizures that led to approximately 3 billion pesos worth of illegal drugs. And these drugs include shabu, ecstasy, liquid marijuana, and also ketamine. And I am proud to say our collection districts, our international ports, are very active in interdicting these drug shipments.
Thank you again, Sir Aaron. So, thank you very much, Mr. Yogi Filimon Ruiz, for your insightful responses and for accepting our invitation to be on our hot seat. That is our hot seat episode for today. We hope that you have learned something new about our country's custom chief. We hope that this episode will help you become fully informed citizens of our nation. Please like and share this video and subscribe to all of the Manila Bulletin's social media accounts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Please use the hashtag MBHotSeat. Till next time, I'm Jane Kim-Su-Cheng, and this is MB Hot Seat.
Thank you so much.
Sir.
Literal na hot seat talaga. Di ko mapigilan. Pinapawisan ako.
Hindi ba mo dapat?
Hot talaga, hot.
Kaya talaga kasi ako eh. Ang ganda ng background.
Diba?
Oh, please.
Yung photo.
I'm Jane.
Kasi tatakbo na si Sir, namitin siya. Oh, meron siyang guys.
Mama, dali.
Si Rocky. Uy, Ariel! Kasama ka dito.
Yes, ma'am. Kailangan.
Ariel! Reporter ka!